you can't just deal with the surface. And these kind of work, you can't just deal with the lesion, you can't just deal with the acute problem, you can't just deal with their surface problems, and you need to take it deeper and deeper and deeper as you get access to it to allow for the deepest levels of healing. So, is there any confusion about all of that at this point? I think we look at it in sections and understand what each rules. So he's giving a lot of rules for how to manage the second prescription. How do you know what's right and wrong, and how do you handle these contingencies? These are a lot of aphorisms to talk about some smaller contingencies. Questions? How are you? Yeah.
Can I get a clarification? So with the one-sided disease, I think I understand that about the remedy is bringing out what they just couldn't manifest on their own.
Right.
Can you review for me, if with a healthy person with a strong chi, that a remedy, the aggravation is from the remedy? Was what I took.
Okay, so a healthy person who has a usual amount of symptoms, a good simillimum, very close, they've got a strong vitality, the symptoms should be the artificial disease
Okay.
that come up. The only other thing it could be is the next layer starting to come up.
Okay.
Old symptoms. Like they start to get a lot better and then they get something they had a long time ago. The return of old symptoms. It could be that.
And then the follow-up.
Which would be neither.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not, well, it's what's in them, yes. It would be that latent disease, but and it's not from the remedy.
If it were you and you were doing the follow-up and these remedies that are rising do match bryonia, let's say, that you gave them, but you take it in as the second case, you take it in as the follow-up and you look at the whole picture again, would you weight them less because you know they're from the artificial disease?
Let me make sure I understand your question right. It's a constitutional case.
Mm-hmm.
They've taken a remedy, they've improved.
Mm-hmm.
They have some symptoms that reflect the remedy's picture that they didn't have before. It's not an old symptom of theirs.
Mm-hmm.
I would wait.
You would wait.
Yeah, I wouldn't do anything because it should just go away.
Okay.
You've described someone who's getting better,
Mm-hmm.
who's manifested some symptoms of the medicine, but they're just getting better. There's nothing to do. You just wait. If a long time goes by and they're still dogged by the symptom, which doesn't usually happen in a strong person. That only happens in weaker and very sensitive people.
Okay.
And so I would wait. And if it got stuck, well then we have to prescribe on it. I would retake the case.
You wouldn't worry about the aggravation if they're getting better.
Yeah.
First, and you would continue the remedy.
As long as it's
they're
not,
getting
I mean, I don't want a severe aggravation.
Yeah.
Right, Hahnemann's clear, it should be gentle. We're not looking for big aggravations. We want to mitigate them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I could say, oh, whoopee, you feel rotten, you know, which is just therapeutically unkind. As long as he really differentiates between small and serious.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to change your question to small or serious aggravation? Because it's different, right? A small and it's good. Small aggravation, you just wait. It's no big deal. But something minor that doesn't bother them and they're still getting better, leave them alone.
Okay.
They've got back their athlete's foot that they had in high school. They feel better in every other way. What do you do? Would that be an example of? And it was you gave them sulfur.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And everything else, you know, their energy came up, their heartburn went away, their mind is clear, their life's grand, but they have athlete's foot. And it's 3 months later and they still have it. Is that maybe what you're asking?
Sure. Yeah. Question about all of it.
Well, but I want to answer the right question, and partly what we have to do is tease out the elements, right? So the athlete's foot person who's doing great in every aspect of their life, and 3 months have gone down the line, and they're still getting better, you wait. Okay, you could say, but they're getting infections on their feet and they can't walk. You don't wait. Mm-hmm. That's how you would differentiate. Limits to freedom.
Okay.
You draw on those other concepts.
that's a aggravation on a physical level. Let's say that they don't want to leave their house because they get so depressed after taking a remedy.
Wrong remedy.
Wrong remedy. Okay, no matter if it's
Now,
affecting.
and now, on the other hand, let's say they had to be tied down before because they were going to kill themselves, and now they're happy to be alive, but they don't want to go out. Right remedy.
Right. Okay.
Before they were a functioning person with athlete's foot, and now their feet look beautiful and they don't want to go out of the house. Wrong remedy. Okay.
Okay.
So every symptom has to be seen in the context of direction of cure. These are great questions.
Starting to go back to the athlete's foot.
Go
Let's
ahead,
say it's
go
not
ahead.
getting better, and you said they're starting to get infections. Let's say, and don't wait. By that you mean retake a case. And
Yeah,
look
you have
at
to
it again
retake,
and
look
see
at the
what happened.
totality.
Okay.
Don't jump to conclusions, because yeah, if they're getting infections in the case, it's something, it's starting to go deeper. So it's and we want it to move out.
Okay.
And so that's right there, stopping point.